Facebook has been rocked by allegations from an internal whistleblower that the company prioritizes profit over safety. What do we know so far about these accusations, and how can we make sense of them? Well, what we know so far is that scores of employees from the company have raised concerns about alleged abuses occurring on the platform around the globe. In Ethiopia and Myanmar, for example, armed groups have been linked to the platform to incite violence from their followers. In Mexico, drug cartels have relied on the platform as a means to hire and recruit assassins. In the Middle East, human traffickers have used Facebook in order to conduct their transactions. Despite employees raising alarms about these situations, the official response from the company has been minimal. Oftentimes, many of these activities, despite being flagged, have not been addressed or taken down in any serious ways. So a big initial question for us to ask is, do these activities threaten democracy, particularly in fragile contexts? And the answer is, we should be concerned. In my own research, I've looked heavily at countries like the Philippines to examine the effect of social media on politics. And what I've found is alarming. In the Philippines, an autocratic leader, President Rodrigo Duterte, has weaponized the platform to spread false narratives and disinformation, but also as a means to harass and intimidate critics. This directly threatens democratic governance in the country. In Ethiopia, violent groups and different groups have used the platform as a means to spread polarization and incite their followers against others in the country. This also threatens governance in the country. So, given this state of affairs, what should we do about it? Well, first, it's important to get to the truth, into the bottom of what Facebook actually knows about the activities taking place in its platform around the world, and what the research indicates are different patterns, whether it's amplification of polarization or other types of issues. Until we actually understand exactly what we're dealing with, it's hard to devise a response accordingly. Second, regulators and policymakers in democracies need to think big. I think there's been a fallacy that if we just push platforms hard enough, they will find a way to self-regulate in a manner that will address concerns. And clearly, that has shown that is not the case. So instead, what are some alternatives? One idea that is increasingly being discussed is creating in the United States a specialized agency that would be directly responsible for regulating and holding to account social media companies. These are the types of ideas that need to be considered in a more serious way. The Facebook files have shown that there is clearly an imbalance when it comes to free expression, social media use, and protecting the public interest. And that's something that needs to be addressed imminently.